Good morning. On behalf of the church's long-range planning committee, let me start with a thank you. A sincere thank you as we received 442 individual responses to our church-wide engagement survey in the fall of 2023. That set of responses gives us a reasonable and reliable quantitative measure of an otherwise qualitative topic, engagement in our church. And figuring out a way to quantify engagement in the church was an important item on our church's long-range plan, presently known as Vision 2030, and sure to be updated to some new name in the future. While the completion of the survey marks an important accomplishment, we're not really done. We've started the process. The next challenge and opportunity is to spend time with this data and to create a plan to build on what we do best and to improve those areas where we've ranked ourselves the weakest. And it's important to recognize this is a blessing to us in that we created this data. It's a self-assessment, both of us personally and church-wide. So what are our results? I'll note for you a full report is available on the long-range planning page of the church website, and a link to that was in the Friday highlights email. But the following are the things that we say we do best. At North Raleigh UMC, I have opportunities to learn and grow. The leaders at NRUMC seem to care about me as a person. The other members at NRUMC are committed to spiritual growth, and I speak words of kindness to those in need of encouragement. So what areas do we say we need to improve? In the past 6 months, someone has talked to me about the progress of my spiritual growth. In the last month, I've received praise or recognition from someone at NRUMC. And aside from my family members, I have a best friend at North Raleigh United Methodist Church. Members of our long-range planning committee have already had an opportunity to meet with Dr. Albert Winseman to review these results. Dr. Winseman is a former United Methodist Church pastor. He's the author of Growing an Engaged Church, and he's the creator of this Gallup Engagement Survey. And guided by Dr. Winseman's insight, we see an opportunity to use our congregation's strengths to add meaningful depth to our current level of engagement, to move us from broad engagement across a number of small groups to a level of engagement where we don't just show up at those small groups, but we're engaged with each other in a way that we ask questions like, how are you doing? And we don't mean, how are you doing, small talk. We mean, how is it with your soul? How are you really doing? So the next steps for our church are to create a covenant of membership for North Raleigh UMC. And we want to be transparent with what members can expect from the church, but also what the church can expect from its members. We'll have focus groups and workshops to work on that covenant and to draft it together. We'll also be intentional in making the most of our small groups. We see these as the primary driver of engagement in our church. And this is an area where we really excel. UMM, the United Women of Faith, Joy, our choir groups, Sunday school classes, mission teams, the garden team. So as we move forward, expect a follow-up survey in the fall of 2024 to measure our progress. And if you have any insight or desire to participate in Growing an Engaged Church together, please reach out to me or to any member of our long-range planning committee, and we'll find a way to keep you involved. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kemp, and thank you to